Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to Yoga for Wellness. I'm here at the R3 Recovery Center for Wilkes Recovery Revolution here in West Park, Wilkes County. We're going to be doing, moving forward, hybrid classes where I will be recording the sessions live just while we'll be participating in person here. So if you want to join us at any Saturday morning at 10 a.m., come on down and we'd love to see you. We have mats and blocks and straps provided as well, so those are not necessary to bring if you're ever interested. With that being said, we are a little early, giving everyone an opportunity to log on or to get to where they're comfortable. Just take your time getting what you need. And if you ever feel like you're falling behind in any way, just be mindful of the fact that this is a recording. It'll be accessible to you at any time, and you can always return to it. With that said, I'm grateful that you're here today. Thank you for showing up for yourself, and we're going to begin here very soon. So go ahead and roll out your mat. Make sure you're wearing something comfortable, and we'll meet in a nice, comfortable seat. Take your time getting here. No need to rush. It's the new year. It's our first Saturday of this year, 2023, and I'm absolutely thrilled to get to share this with you. Today's class is going to incorporate a good bit of flow, uh, thus incorporating circulation, improving the blood flow overall, and finding just really feel good stretches in the legs, in the heart space, in the shoulders, and the back. Wherever you seem to be holding some tension, we're going to work on that today. So let's begin. Comfortable seat. You can sit cross-legged, or if you're comfortable on your knees. If you need to have a blanket, a block, or pillow under your hips to elevate you, to find a nice long length in your spine, you may. Or if you would like to roll up part of your mat to sit on that, you may. So let's just settle in, feeling your hip bones or glute bones grounding down, nice and heavily on the floor. Try to find length in the spine through the top of your crown. And all together, let's take a deep inhale. And just sigh it out. Deep breath in, find length in the spine. Lift your heart slightly. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Now, maybe you close your eyes and take your left hand and bring it to your navel, your right hand just at the heart center. I'll take your breath here and feel your hands expand as you inhale. Join with the inhale. And feel the navel draw in and the heart release as you exhale. All together now, breathe in. Finding expansion. Exhale, contract. Continue breathing deeply at your own pace. Setting the intention for your practice. Letting go of the day so far. The to-do lists. If you notice anything coming up into your thought space, anything that bubbles up, acknowledge it, yeah, and then let it go. Let it flow like a river. A few more breaths here, my friends. You may set the intention to find your breath, to simply be present or mindful of how you move today. You may set the intention simply to just be here. Take one more breath in, nice, long, beautiful spine. Exhale it all out. Relax the palms back to your knees here. We're going to do a little neck warm up here. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, carve a line with your nose, dropping the chin to your chest. Use that nose carve line up with your inhale. Exhale, drop the chin to chest. Find length in the back of the neck as you exhale. Now repeat that a couple times using your breath as your anchor. Finding lift in the heart space, stretching the throat with an inhale. Exhale, finding a beautiful stretch in the back of the neck. Keep grounded with the hips. If you feel that your hips are slightly lifting, ease off a bit. Continue breathing. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down, chin to chest. From here, on your next inhale, we're going to roll to our left side from our neck up. So your left ear should be reaching down towards your left shoulder, and your left elbow grounding down, trying to reach towards the floor. Keep your heart nice and lifted. The only thing that should not be neutral is from the neck up. Exhale, round forward, chin to chest, nice and slow. Inhale, roll to the right. Exhale, down and through. Like before, we're using our breath to guide our movements here. That's part of the flow experience and to prevent injury. While also relaxing the neck muscles. Try to find a little nuance here, maybe something you're not familiar with. If you find something that might catch a little bit, like if you find a really good sweet spot, you can linger there a little bit if that's what you need. As each body is different, explore and discover something new. As we all have something unique about ourselves that need a little extra care. Alright, on your final exhale, bring your chin to chest, and then followed by an inhale, roll it back up to neutral. Take a moment, bring your hands to your heart center, and gently bring your chin slightly towards the chest. So, reverent bow, bringing gratitude for yourselves today for showing up, bringing gratitude to this present moment. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Beautiful. All right, from here we're going to do all four. So take your time. How you move matters. Tabletop position is where we're headed. So get onto your wrists and your knees. Wrists directly underneath the shoulders as the knees are directly underneath the hips. And a quick disclaimer, if you experience any pain, if you have a back injury, or if you have anything that might prevent you from performing certain asana, it's okay to ease off. We're all in different places. Make sure, again, your wrists are underneath your shoulders and knees under hips. We're going to find a nice neutral spine by drawing the navel in ever so slightly, bringing your front body to try to reach towards the back body. We're going to take an inhale. We drop our bellies. Look forward, tail rises. Exhale, round it through. Navel draws in, and our backs arch towards the sky, tailbone draws down. And your head should be loose here. Inhale, drop your belly, look forward. Deep breath in, and then exhale, round it through. Now, have a little playtime here if you feel inclined. At one pose or another, you can bump your hips to the left using your breath as you transition one or another, or you can stay in one pose and continue breathing through it, finding nuances and new places. So what I'm doing here, I have cat pose. When my hips bump to the left, and just breathing into that space in the left hip. Maybe you bump your hips to the right. Maybe you're in cow pose while you do this. You might want to take a look over to your left foot, bump your hips to the right. Breathe. Maybe you bump your hips to the left and look at your right foot or gaze towards it. Finding an opening in the left and right side body, opening up the space in between the ribs. get a little funky. All right. So from here, claw into those fingertips, press into the knuckles. We're going to kick our right foot up to start, so your foot should be parallel with the sky. Simply kick that up. We're going to bring that up and give it little baby pulses here, waking up the glutes. So kick, 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 kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. All right, we're going to switch it up. We're going to kick the left foot up this time. We're going to get little baby pulses, waking up our glutes and our lower back muscles. Keep that navel, draw in here. We got for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower. Beautiful. From here, we're going to incorporate that cat-cow experience. But first, we're going to bring our knees as wide as the yoga mat, toes to touch, walk your hips all the way back. And then walk your hands forward, lowering the heart into extended child's pose. Allowing your shoulders to open, allowing your heart to melt down towards the mat. Maybe your forehead rests here. If it does, take a little time to give your forehead a nurturing massage, relaxing the tension in the brow, finding ease in the neck muscles, breathing deep into the lower back body. All right. So listen closely. When we move into our next position, we're going to be doing a rotation. So we're going to be moving towards the left side up to a upward facing dog position. So I'll give a demonstration, but first we want to stay in extended child's pose. We're going to inhale. Like clockwork, we bring our torso around and scoop it to the left and forward into upward facing dog. Yes, your knees are still down, your toes are still touching. Gently bring your hips around to the right and back and down. And slowly, like clockwork, we're rotating our hearts. Think cat-cow as you move here, extra slowly. Again, if you find a catch, like if you're moving in between one position and another and it feels really good, you might want to hang out there just for a little bit. Keep making those circles, using your inhales as you move forward into your up dog variation, and exhaling into your extended child's pose. Just feel really good at the hips. And if you want, you can change your rotation now. Take your time. This is good for the shoulders, opening up the shoulders on the outer edges. This is good for the hips. It's even good for the feet as it's dealing with varying pressures here. And it's a flip of perspective. It's not a typical yoga movement, but in doing something that changes your perspective, you're open-minded to new things. Do 1 or 2 more, whichever direction you are, and deep breathing. And if at any point you want to find stillness, you simply can stay in extended child's pose. And that's where we'll meet, in extended child's pose. Take one deep breath in, long breath out. All right, back to all fours, my friends. Use your torsos to lift you up. Draw that navel in. All right, so from here, we're going to actually move on to one of our hips here. We want to make sure they're nice and stacked. So you're kind of doing This looks like it's a bit relaxed, don't get me wrong. However, we are going to be doing some leg work here. Make sure that you're going to rest on your right elbow to start. Make sure your right shoulder is directly above that. You want to make sure your left hip is directly above your right here. If this is uncomfortable, you may want to grab a blanket or a pillow to place underneath your hip. And if at any point something becomes too much, you can simply observe in this posture, because I understand there are hip injuries out there that might not warrant this, or you can also do this in all fours. There's a variation as well. So to start, we're going to have on our hips, we want to make sure we find a lift in our right obliques. So keep that nice and active. This is kind of like a left or right side plank here, or a half side plank. So keep those obliques nice and active here. Imagine you're smearing some honey along your belly here. It's lifting up here. Alrighty, now here's where the fun part begins. So we're going to elongate the left leg, then lift it up, bend it, and down. Straighten, lift, bend, press out. Lift, bring the knee in, straighten, lift, bend the knee in, and straighten. Keep those obliques lifted, or at least active or mindful. Keep yourself aware of where those are. You're working the left glute here. We're going to do 5 more of these. So lift 1, press out, lift 2. You can switch the rotation if you want to, where you bring your knee in, up, and press out. 3. And 4, you got this, you're doing great. And 5. Beautiful. Go ahead and relax that down, and we're going to switch sides. So nice and easily, you can just simply swing your legs to one side if that is what you wish, or turn over. We're working our legs here because they carry us, and we're also building mobility in our hips. We do that because if you're walking all day or sitting all day, they might have a little bit of skew to it. So it's important to practice mobility in order to maintain regularity. So the hips nice and stacked. And whenever you're ready, have your right hand on your right hip to support. You're going to kick that right foot up, bring that knee in and down towards the floor. Kick that foot, lift, pull it in and down. Kick, lift, pull in and down. Kick, inhale, lift, pull in, exhale, down. Press out, inhale, lift, bring it in and down. Now switch the rotation. We bring that knee in, we lift that knee up, kick that foot out, and lower that foot. Bring that knee in, we inhale, bring that knee up, exhale, kick it out, exhale, lower it. 1, 2, 3 more to do. Bring that knee in, up, kick, down, in, up, kick, down. And 1 more, inhale, up, kick, and release. Beautiful. Bring yourself back up here. And we're going to meet once more on all fours to begin our sun salutations. We're warming up our bodies here. We're waking up this morning. Have your toes curled under. Press into your palms evenly. Claw into those fingertips. And as your toes are curled under, bend your knees generously and bring your belly as close as it can to the thighs. From here, you want to peel your tailbone to reach up towards the sky, lengthening your ankles down towards the mat, pressing away from your yoga mat with your palms, finding a peak in your down dog at your tailbone. Breathe here. As you exhale, draw the navel in, bring the ribs down a little bit. Or hug those low ribs in. 1 or 2 more breaths. Awesome. Now on your next inhale, we're going to anchor that left ankle. Lift your right foot up high. Exhale, arch the back, draw the knee towards the nose, look forward, and then plant that foot in between the palms. Go ahead and lower that back knee. Now you can do this with a high lunge if you like, but to start today, I'm going to start with a low lunge. Now, pay attention here. You want to draw energy into the center line of your mat. By doing that, you can do that by squeezing your inner thighs in towards the middle line, while also making sure that you're cognizant of your hips being in alignment. If it helps, you can have your hands on your hips, or simply you could swoop your arms forward and up using your abdominals to lift you, and we're bringing ourselves into a low lunge. Maybe you're right here, maybe you can look up, pulling your thumbs back ever so slightly. Create space. They don't have to be really close together, your hands. They can be nice and wide. You can make a V if you want to. Pull those thumbs back. Exhale, wiggle the fingertips gently, float the fingers down. Awesome. We're going to plant the left palm, reach the right hand up high for a twist. Exhale, bring that palm down. Now keep your knees where your back knee where it is. Walk your hips back, and then have that front leg straighten into a runner's lunge. Have the toes facing your forehead or third eye. Breathe. Keep a micro bend in that knee. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. In fact, it's probably recommended to have that micro bend for your safety. All right, now pay attention once more. When you roll through that, I really want you to take your time, roll through that heel, nice and slowly forward. I want you to feel the nuance here. All right, press into your hands evenly. Lift that back knee after curling your toes under. And we're going to hippity hop from that back foot all the way up to the front. All right, from here we're going to take our elbows on each hand, and we're going to sway gently from side to side. Bring your chin slightly towards your chest. Find ease and a nice deep breath. Maybe you make a figure 8 with your elbows here, or simply sway in a semicircle fashion. Maybe you shake your head yes or a little no. And when you are satisfied, we're going to take our time here and do a half lift with your palms on your thighs, making a beautiful figure 7 with your body here. Nice long neck, reaching through the crown. Exhale, fold. Now really take your time here as we go into Tadasana. So inhale, deep breath, and roll it up until your head is over your heart, heart over your pelvis. Hands facing forward, heart lifts. Breathe, find a lift in the heart space. Exhale, find relaxation in the shoulders and the lower body, or lower back body, excuse me. All right, inhale, reach your hands way up high. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, we halfway lift. This time, hands on the shins. And then exhale, fold. Plant your palms, bring back one foot, and then the other foot. Now you can go onto your knees to lower or lower from plank. Nice and gently lower your bellies to the ground. Draw your palms back towards your ribs. Squeeze your elbows in together like you're a grasshopper. We're going to press into our foundation in our pelvis, the tops of our feet. And inhale, look up for baby cobra. Draw the chin down slightly. exhale, release. 2 more, okay? Press into your foundation, inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Once more, we inhale, cobra. And exhale, fold. Now, the option presents itself. You can raise onto your hands and knees in half plank, or if you want to curl your toes under, lift your kneecaps off the mat, squeeze your elbows in together, press into your power to lift into plank. You may as well whisper to yourself, I am strong, and then lower. Bring your hips down and back to downward facing dog. Did I say down and back? I should have said up and back. All right, pedal it out here, my friends. Find a beautiful stretch in the back of the legs. All righty. When you are satisfied, anchor your right heel this time. Lift the left leg way up high, keeping your hips even. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, look forward, and plant that left foot this time in between the palms. Again, you can keep that foot or knee lifted or lowered, depending on where you are. And use your abdominals here to lift you and squeeze into that central line. And we're going to lift our palms up, reaching up towards the sky for low lunge. You can peer into the in-between of your hands here, if you like, or keep gazing forward. Really press into that back pinky toe into the mat. Exhale, relax the fingers down like it's raining with your fingers. Plant the left palm, curl the back toes under, and lift the back knee this time. And as you have the left palm planted, reach your left hand all the way up towards the sky for a twist. Oh, the other way, Ariana. Yeah. And breathe into your belly, finding opposition in that leg against your belly here. Open the heart. Exhale, float that left hand down, drop that back knee, and walk your hips back, runner's lunge. Toes reach your face. Then gently and slowly roll through that heel on the left this time. Beautiful. All right. We're going to bring up our back knee. This time to curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, hippy hop that back knee, or back foot to meet the front. We're in forward fold. We're going to inhale halfway lift, whichever version suits you. And exhale, we fold. I think, where is here? Hello, welcome. We're going to inhale. Reach to rise here, Tadasana.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So sorry
Reach up.
to be running behind.
It's all good. We're glad you're here. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment to take stock of how you feel. Just notice without judgment. Simply being here with yourselves and taking the time to practice yoga today. It is a wonderful thing. Taking time for you on this New Year's week. Alrighty. Here's where it gets fun. Bring your feet hip width apart if they're not already. Inhale, swoop the arms up high. And this time from here, we're going to lower our hips. Lower our hips, bring them back. Lower them down, bring them a little bit further back. And next thing you know, we are in a chair pose. What did he do that for? Pulling those thumbs up, my friends. Opening the heart space. You got this. You're bringing a little heat into your day. And then exhale, we fold. I look to collapse onto your knees, but allow your bellies to relax over top of them. Awesome. If your legs are bent, straighten them ever so slightly. It doesn't have to be completely straight. Inhale, halfway lift your version. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, bring back one foot and the other. Lower all the way down to our belly. We can lower to cobra or chaturanga to upward facing dog. We will all meet in downward dog, whichever way suits your fancy. Take your time if you like. We're not racing today. We're just here to find ourselves where our bodies are. Alrighty, my friends. Now we want to drop the left heel, lift the right foot up high. Alright, we're going to do exhale, knee to nose, look forward and plant that front foot. Keeping the back knee raised up this time. Now you can do a little micro hop forward in that back foot if that helps you. But we're going to ground down in the front foot, squeeze into the midline with your thighs. Use your abdominals as we lift. We're going to sweep our hands forward and up. High lunge. Really pull back on that back ankle, my friends. Pull back with the thumbs, opening the heart space. Breathe deep. All right. On your next inhale in, find a little lift in your wrist here. Exhale, pivot that back foot. Open your arms out wide, warrior two. This is my favorite pose. I say that about a lot of poses too. But this is my favorite pose. But you're feeling your heart open here. Pinkies draw back. Look beyond the reach of your pointer finger. Heart's nice and lifted. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. We're going to inhale, reach forward. Drop that back palm, flip the front palm, and up and over for peaceful warrior. You feel a beautiful stretch in the right side body. Now you can have your back hand rested on your thigh, or it can wrap behind your lower back and maybe even give a bind by wrapping your fingers onto your right thigh. Pull that hand back, and then we exhale. We cartwheel over. We're not going all the way down, but rest your elbow on the thigh. Find a place where your knee is directly over your ankle to prevent injury. And with yourself in this variation here, we're going for extended side angle. To do this, simple matter of raising your hand up high, your left hand, then up and over to a full left side body stretch. You want to reach up past beyond where your head is, at the front short edge of your mat, for a full stretch on the left side body. All right. All right. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Pivot that back foot to parallel. Keep your left knee lifted. Plant the left palm. Reach the right hand way up high towards the top of the sky here. Or twist. Breathe deep. You got this. You're doing amazing. And exhale, plant the palm. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms. Bring that foot back. Chaturanga to upper dog or lower to cobra. We will meet all together in downward facing dog. You all feeling warm yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're awake today. Whew. All right, we're doing really well, you guys. We're nearly to the hardest part. Oops. But we're doing great. It's not going to be bad, I promise. All right. Drop the right ankle, keep the left way up high. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the nose, arch that back slightly, and then bring your foot in between your hands here. All right. Breathe, look forward. Exhale, relax your shoulders. All right. You can hop up that back foot ever so slightly so you can get that high lunge in. Squeeze the inner thighs together and inhale. Swoop the arms forward and up and back. High lunge. And if you're a little wobbly, that is cool. Everyone's a little wobbly sometimes. Sometimes you have to get the wobbles out before you feel strong again. And that's a beautiful thing about recovery. We all wobble sometimes.
We need a t-shirt.
I know, we all wobble. All right, my friends. Pulling the thumbs back, inhale. Exhale, open your arms out wide, pivot the back foot, warrior two. Try to deepen your lunge here, if you will. Bring a little deeper into that front knee, but make sure your front knee isn't over your toes. Pulling those pinkies back. Reach forward, flip the front palm, drop the back, up and over, peaceful warrior. Breathe deep. And then exhale, we cartwheel down. Left elbow meets the left thigh here. Reach your hand up towards the sky, the right one. And then exhale, bring your right hand beyond your head to the front short edge of your mat for extended side angle. Pull that thumb back to open the heart space while also getting a full body experience here. Just take stock of where you're feeling your feels today. 2 or 3 more breaths here, my friends. You're doing amazing. On your next exhale, I'm going to bring that right hand down, pivot that back foot back to parallel. Land the right palm, lift the left hand up high for a twist.
Oh,
Breathe, breathe.
so much tired.
So much tired. And if you need to lower that back knee, you can. The option is there. If you need. Then exhale, bring that left palm down, drop that back knee, and then walk your hips back runner's lunge.
That's good. Thank you for that variation.
Yes, you're welcome. If you ever feel like any tightness or if you want a variation, let me know. Okay. I would be glad to provide one. As loud as I am to see you, Brittany, I can't see.
I know you can't see me, so I have to tell you what's going on.
Right. Just feel welcome to communicate. I got you back.
Thank you.
Slowly walk that ankle back forward or roll through that front ankle. Alrighty. Lift that knee back up off the ground and bring that front foot back. We're going to lower down to Cobra Chaturanga to Up Dog. We meet once more in Downward Dog. Take 1 or 2 breaths here. You got this. I'm going to do a little weird thing now. Use your palms to walk your hands slowly towards your feet. And you're going to end up in the back side of your mat here. And then you're in forward fold. Just a little switch perspective. Inhale, we're going to halfway lift your version. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach your hands way up high. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Catch your breath. Close your eyes. Feel the heartbeat where your thumbs lay. Alrighty. So let's all walk to the center of our mat. See if you can do it without looking down. I know I was a poor example just now, but the goal here is to define trust in how your body moves. You know, I learned a little yogi wisdom reading once, and it said to me, all the wisdom, all the knowledge that you could possibly need is already latent within you. So that means you got the stuff. Sometimes you just need a little help, you know, or a little guidance.
A little push.
Yes, exactly. But it's in you. It's in all of us. And we can, it just takes this focus on listening to what your body needs. So with that said, have your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. All right. From here, we're going to pivot our right foot straight towards the front short edge of our mat. And then pivot your left foot at an angle, like it's reaching the front left corner of your mat. Okay, now time to anchor your hips. Make sure they're both facing forward and that they are both even. The best way to do that is to take your hands on your hips. Pull back that left hip crease to match the left one. All right. Here's where those runner's lunges are playing a part now. So we're going to inhale, lift our hands up high, then exhale, do a swan dive, hands out to your sides, gently see how forward you can fold. You can use your leg as support, maybe grab your block. And if you need a moment to back off and grab your block and come back to it.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
See, I should have cued the blocks earlier. But, all right. Maybe use your block if you're forward fold to support you. We're just getting a really deep stretch in the right hamstring here. All right. Using your block or use the floor if you're feeling comfortable. Place your right hand on your block or the floor, and then reach your left hand up high. Ooh, feel that in your left hips?
Yep.
Yep. I feel it. All right.
Should our right hand be inside, out?
Inside the foot. Yeah, inside or the left to the left of your right foot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Then place that palm back down. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift your hands up high. Straighten those legs. And then we're going to, we're going to, I have brain, y'all. I'm just going to raise the roof. Okay. Just pull those hands back for now. All right. Okay. Exhale, hands to heart. All right. So slightly pivot your hips a little to your left. Place your left hand on your left thigh. And using your right hand, we want our pinky to go behind our ear and reach beyond and up.
Ooh.
Feeling a beautiful stretch in the left side body, a full body stretch experience. Digging into that back heel, the back left pinky toe, pulling the thumb back.
The left side?
Yes, your back toe of your left pinky toe on the back. And then exhale, we cartwheel down. And then we're all facing forward, both hands on the mat. All right. So your legs are straight. We're going to walk our hands to the middle here. Use your block if needed. And we're in a wide-legged forward fold. All right. Now here's an opportunity to have a little playtime here. Just play with bending the knees, having your hands to give you a little support here, to feel a little movement in the hips. A little natural movement here. Sometimes yoga doesn't always cover like little natural movements our bodies crave whenever you're in these positions and poses. So play a little bit. Get a little funky. You can bend your knees a little bit, one and then the other. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All right, bend the knees slightly and inhale, roll it all the way up. Using your abdominals, your strength, and reach your hands way up high. Starfish. Wiggle those fingers, jazz hands. And then exhale, hands to heart. Alrighty, my friends, from here, pivot your left foot to the back short edge of your mat. And pivot your back foot at an angle so where it's facing the back corner of the mat. Pivot your torso so it is in the same direction as your feet and that your hips are parallel. Keep your hands together near the heart center and like a swan dive, so keeping your heart guiding you forward, we're going to lower, 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 keeping your legs engaged all the way to half point. So you're looking straight down at your foot here, your hands together, squeeze those hands together. Breathe. Focus all four corners of the feet, the ball joint of the left big toe, underneath the pinky toes, and the two joints and the heels. And release. Grab the block if you haven't already. Place the palm on the block or on the floor, the left palm, keeping the legs straight, and reach your right hand up high. Try to straighten that front knee, Kyle, just a little bit if you can. If not, that's cool. Or use the block for support if you want to straighten your leg. All right, lower. Lower that right hand. All right. All right, swoop the hands forward and up. High lunge. And exhale, hands up. All righty. Bring your left toes to face the long edge of the mat. Your right toes parallel. So we're back in our wide-legged forward fold. Wonderful. Heel toe those feet together. All right. Now, we're going to do a brief tree pose. When I say brief, I mean very brief. Because, you know, we spend a lot of time either on our feet or sitting down, but do we spend a lot of time balancing? I know we spend a lot of time juggling, that's different. But balancing is a different thing, which I think has something to do with juggling. But, all right, with your feet together, really together, look in front of you and find a focal point to focus your gaze at while we are moving here. All right, we're going to begin with the right side. Just peel the heel up, and that's it. Just do that for right now. You can stay here, having your heel lifted off the mat, or if you want to pivot that right knee out, you can guide that foot up to your shins here. This could be your tree pose. Really find opposition. Make sure that your glutes are squeezing here. Using your abdominals to find your center and to keep breathing. If you lose your focal point, it's easy to get off track. Maybe your leg lifts further. Maybe it reaches all the way to your thigh. You can have and as far as what to do with your hands, you can remain them on your hips here. You can have them at your heart center. You can have them up towards the sky. You can have them out. You can have them waving. You can have a waving tree. And focus in on that opposition of the right foot against the left thigh. Really press them into one another here. Really engage those abdominals here. Breathe. Nice and active. And note, if something feels too advanced for you, you can ease off a little bit, stay down low. If you really want to just keep your toes, keep really nice and grounded, you can keep your toe down there with your heel lifted. Trees are all different. Okay, all right, lower that foot now. Shake that left foot out. Shake it all about. All right, other side. We're nearing the finish line, guys. All right. We're going to peel that left foot up high. Make sure, if not already, your feet are all really together. Now, we can slowly guide that foot up to the right shin. That might be your pose. Go ahead and pivot it out if that's where you are. Pivot out that knee. Or if you want to use your left hand to guide that left foot to your thigh, you may use your right hand maybe against your sternum for balance here. And find that focal point, that point of stillness. Maybe both hands stay there. Keep that opposition on the feet. This is building strength in the legs, in the abdominals, providing awesome breath control and circulation. We are awake and alive. We're growing in our own right. And lower that foot down. Shake that right foot off. You deserve it. Bring it. All right. Okay, my friends, let's nice and slowly meet on our mats on the floor. Let's get Sitting down here. So we're going to go onto our backs. The best way to transition here is as if you were doing a staff pose. Your legs out in front of you. You point your toes away from your body. And you reach your hands out long. You could either just have your fingers focused pointing away. You could have steeple hands with your hands interlaced, pointer fingers pointing out. Or just have them as a fist. I'm going to just have my fingers reaching forward. Really, really, really take your time. Go very slowly. Try to feel each vertebrae. Or you may just have a moment where you just fall. You just fall back, and that's okay. One thing I've learned about falling is
They're longer than your neck.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You can't have your head on the floor.
Yeah, we're the 6 foot struggle.
Yeah, the 6 foot struggle.
I'm with y'all there. Kyle got me this and that for my birthday, but specifically because it was big enough for me.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's so
Shout out to Kyle. All right, my friends. You know what? Just take this moment. Just lay here and move your head very slowly from one side to another. Move slower than that. And I say move slow, even more slowly, because you might want to try to get from point A to point B, or moving your head really quickly, but see if you can't experiment with a little extra time and focus on the back of your head. The head is carried by the rest of our body every day, all day. You're taking not time to really nourish it and nurture it, to find ease, can make all the difference. Take a breath in, long breath out. All right, let's bend the knees, feet flat on the mat. Your lower back is now flush with the mat here. Draw in one knee toward the chest and then the other. Give yourself a hug here. A little self-love, a little self-care. Maybe you find a natural sway from side to side. Giving yourself a little low back massage, a little low back love. If your head rises from the mat, where your nose peels towards your knees, that's all good. But if that is the case, go ahead and lower your head back down. Take hold of the knees with your palms. And we're going to make little circles here, one way, guiding your knees. And a little circle here to give your low back a massage, to bring mobility into the hips. Do 2 or 3 more, and then we'll switch rotation. All right, switch if you haven't already. And doing these little lower back massages not only helps bring flexibility to the hips and also brings some self-love and care to the low back in general, but it provides more open ways for circulation, for blood flow, and it also switches the circulation as your feet are now above your heart center. Even if they're bent, even if your knees are bent, it still changes the flow. Alrighty, go ahead and drop the knees, drop the feet and make a figure 4 or recline, supine, eagle pose. Pigeon pose, excuse me. The recline pigeon pose, so you're crossing your right foot over the left thigh. And you insert your right hand into this hold that you created with your figure 4, Wrap your left leg or left hand around your left leg and interlace your hands. Go ahead and pull that thigh towards you so you're getting a beautiful stretch in the outer right hip. And for a little more, you can use your right elbow to press into that right leg so you're pushing your knee away from you for a little extra stretch. And you don't have to be stationary. If you want to sway gently for a more continued low back massage, you can. Simply enjoy the sensations. Notice if something new comes up. If any thoughts come to your mind or bubble up, acknowledge them, then let them go. Alrighty. From here, and listen closely, we're going to drop that left foot flat on the mat, and we're going to allow our legs to fall to the left. So what it should look like is your right foot will be flat onto the ground, and your left leg is flat. The left part of your left leg is flush with the mat. Go ahead here, make sure your shoulders are both nice and grounded, and you make a Texas T with your arms, or have your arms out long in a nice long line. Now you can keep your head here, or if you want a little extra, you can take your gaze to the right, beyond your hands. Remember to breathe into your belly here. Nice long breaths. All right, let's unravel. Take your time. Just uncross those legs. Take your left foot this time. Cross it over the right thigh. Interlace the fingers behind that right thigh. Pull in the legs towards the chest. A beautiful stretch in the left hip. Keep your toes nice and active. Maybe do a slight sway from side to side. That's optional, of course. Maybe if you want a little extra, instead of holding onto your thigh, you can actually go beyond and grab hold of the shin of that same leg. All right, go ahead and lower that down to the right side this time. So your left foot is flush with the floor, your right leg is flush with the floor. Your arms move outward, your shoulders are grounded. Maybe you take your gaze to the left. Even if you want to keep your gaze focused on the right, that's fine. Everybody's different. Everybody needs its own form of love. And it looks differently to each of us. Just a few more breaths here. All right, let's unravel. All right, last pose before Shavasana. We're going to simply kick up one foot and the other. Take your peace fingers and wrap around your big toes. Happy baby time. It is happy baby time. Yeah, y'all know what to do, but if you're unfamiliar, you can kick up one foot at a time, focusing your tailbone to reach down to the front short edge of your mat. If you wish to kick both heels up, you may. If you want a little more, you can wrap your hand around the outer edge or the inner edge of your feet. Maybe give your feet a little massage. Find what feels good in your body today. Breathe deep, my friends. Now, Make sure you get out any natural movements that need moved. If you want to participate in some yoga freestyle, I open the floor to you. Be that you could do a reclined cobbler's pose, you could do bridge, you could do more happy baby or repeat one of the poses we did earlier.
What is cobbler's pose?
Cobbler's pose it's also known as dragonfly or butterfly pose. It's just feet together, legs spill out apart.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And supine, of course, is just a variation where you're on your back too. So you can do it sitting or laying down.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thanks, George.
Oh, anytime. All right. Get out whatever wiggles or stretches you got. And then whenever you're ready, relax your feet, splay out, legs elongate. Lay in a place where the natural curve of your spine can be, just simply be. And then allow your palms to lay facing up beside you. Allow yourself to close your eyes or soften the gaze beyond your nose here. Allow yourself to feel the floor or mat rising to reach you, rising to support you here. You are supported, my friends. Take a few deep breaths here. Taking in the nutrients of the practice from today, taking in all that you've practiced for yourself. Taking stock of what the body parts feel like, what you feel like. Just acknowledging what you've done internally without judgment. Allow yourself to completely and fully relax. Giving yourself that permission at this moment. A few more breaths here. Now you may stay as long as you absolutely need to. And when you are ready, bring your awareness to your space around you. Stir the fingers and toes ever so gently. Waking up the hands and the feet. Maybe roll your head to one side and another. You don't have to open your eyes yet. If you wish, you may. But I invite you to roll over onto your favorite side, whichever that may be, and take your time. No need to rush. If you roll on your side and want to rest your head on your hand as a pillow for a moment, you may. Really just embellish the moment. No need to rush. And only when you're ready, we'll use our hands to press up into a nice, comfortable seat of your choice. Take this last moment here in gratitude, just to thank ourselves for being here today. We conclude our yoga classes like this always by bringing our hands together at the heart center, taking our chin to our chest in a reverent bow as we say either silently or aloud in gratitude. Namaste.
Namaste.
Right, thank you so much for joining us today. This is Wilkes Recovery Revolution, where I'm located right now. You can find us open here at 9 to 5 Monday through Friday for general services. Or if you're interested in more yoga, come by Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. We would love to have you. If you have any questions, reach us on our Facebook pages, Wilkes Recovery Revolution or Yoga with George Ethan. We'd love to hear from you. Or if you have any comments or suggestions, simply leave a comment below. With that all being said, thank you so much for joining us. We love having you. We love hearing from you. I just hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week. Happy New Year, and I'll catch you guys again soon. Have a great day.